Page 38, Caribbean Song. 4/4 time, no sharps or flats. C major or A minor. Well, look at the end. Last measure at the bottom of page 39, and we're here. It's a C major chord. I'm guessing it's probably in C major. It's got a bunch of accidentals, though. That'll keep it interesting. Right hand first. Here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the left hand will kind of help us out here, but just count this out carefully to get all these rests. Second line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'll come back to the little grace note later. Just learn it first without it. Then you come up here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Then you're going to cross over the thumb. And you move back up. Do that some more. Let's go to the top of page 39. Your third, second finger here. See, the last note on page 38 was here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Come up again. Second finger. 1 and then come up again. You could use third finger there if you want. It doesn't matter because you got to come up here for the next measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And does this sound familiar? Because we did this before. And that, for the most part, is the right hand. Left hand at the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's a totally different rhythm than the right hand. Let's do this really slowly. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm up on 3 because there's a rest on beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Reach up. Now you can do a thumb here if you want to cross over here. If your hand's big enough, you can reach up. Second finger's okay. Kind of depends on how big your hand is. Then you can use fifth finger for the next one. And that, for the most part, is the left hand. Now let's go over to the top of page 39, left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, that first measure, the last note they're showing, second finger, you can use thumb there if you want because the next note is that G. You're in that position. That works fine. So again, the first measure is page 39. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then I recommend fifth finger for the eighth note. 2 and 3. It's fourth finger there. 2. Now I don't know why they're showing you fifth finger. This is the second line, third measure on page 39. They're showing fifth finger. I don't know why. I think that may be an error. Because you have the same thing over at the top of page 38. The last measure of the first line going into the second line. It's the same thing. And I like fourth finger there. I like to connect. I don't want to use fifth finger on both of those. So over here on page 39, second line, third measure, I recommend fourth finger. Do it the same way you did it before. And you can use thumb on the G and cross over if you want. And then fifth finger. Or if your hand's big enough, just reach up. There is what I'm recommending. Now let's go down to the third line on page 39, the last two measures. 1 and 2 and 3. Again, it's fourth finger. Now here, I recommend you do crossover. Crossover, because we want the thumb on the G. The reason is because the first note and the last line is a G, an octave lower. You're just reaching down an octave. So if you could have that thumb on that G, you're in position for the next line. Here, that's why I recommend it. And for the last line, you're here. I recommend a thumb on the C, and then I recommend a third finger on the G, and do 3, 2, and then stick the thumb on the G. It's 3, 2, 1. this is actually a common fingering in piano. You're going to get it in a number of places, so try it here. So that second measure, the last line is thumb, then 3, 2, 1. And again, the reason is because the next note is a G an octave lower. Here, you're in position for that last note. That way, it just puts you in position for what's coming. And then the last two notes are, you can figure the last two notes any way you want. You got rest, you got time to reposition, whatever you want to do. Put the hands together carefully. 1 and 2 and 3. Both hands are up on beat 3 for half a beat of silence. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. See, you're up here, but you're hanging on there. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. 1. Rest. 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 So very carefully play these rests. It's very important. Let's go to the top of page 39. Here, you're up on beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Like so. So work out the rhythm very slowly. You don't have to go that fast. But it needs to be comfortable enough with you with the hands together that you're not pausing or hesitating anywhere. Because when we add this articulation, things truly get interesting. So make sure you can play it both hands together first. And then we can add the articulation. The staccatos are really the important thing, but we have some slurs and things and accents we got to stick in here. So at the beginning, slurring it first, and then it's like I'd use a little finger staccato here. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. So both of them. Again, the little grace note, just real quick little note. How you interpret the grace note, to leave that between you and your teacher. I do it very quickly. It's quick anyway. And I do it on the beat. You can do it before the beat if you want. If you do it quick enough, you can't tell. And then go on. If they don't give you any slurs or anything, go ahead and connect it. This is the last line of page 38. First measure, just connect it. Top of page 39, staccatos, and an accent on that last one. And then here, connect that, connect that. The right hand comes up when you play the G, or the left hand comes up when you play the G. And there's an accent. Boom. And then these are both staccato and accents. I use it as just a good wrist staccato here. It's not really loud. It's just. And I put a little more accent on the quarter note than the eighth note. So to here, because that's really more of the natural accents. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. There. Then we go out, add the dynamics. Well, it starts out moderately soft. And this is more the right hand than the left, but when the left hand has moving parts, we want to hear them. So it's moderately soft. So I'm keeping the left hand really soft there. I want to hear the right hand. When we get down to the third line, we're going to crescendo a little bit up to moderately loud. There's not a lot of difference there. So the third line, you're soft or moderately soft. You can get a little louder. Don't get, this is not moderately loud. Keep it down. It goes from maybe soft to moderately soft. You can tell it's getting louder, but the moderately loud is for the right hand and the next measure. And again, the last line there, you have the crescendo again. Come back down to moderately soft. In that phrase, then come down to soft here. And you can crescendo back up to your moderately loud. I'm not explaining that very well because it's kind of tricky. They give you a crescendo in one spot, and then in the next line they give you another crescendo. And if you'd think, okay, now I'm going to get loud because I'm already moderately, now I'm going to get loud. And that's really not what they intend in most cases. I don't think that's what they want here. They want you to feel that crescendo, but they don't want you to get loud. They want you to go to moderately loud. When you start the left hand there, come down to soft and crescendo up. Let each one of these get a little louder. But when you come in the right hand in the next measure, you're just moderately loud. You haven't changed. You're still there. On the top of page 39, now you're going to crescendo up to loud. And you got 2 measures to do it. So careful. The first measure, I'd stay moderately loud. A little louder. Now I'm loud. Here. Don't get loud until that measure. At the third line, last measure, you're coming all the way down to moderately soft like you were at the beginning. You're still moderately soft. And then you're loud at the end, like so. That's my impression of the dynamics. You can adjust that occasionally of how you feel it. You get to know the piece well enough that you're not thinking about numbers and fingering and counting and all that junk. You're listening to the music, and then you could really put in the dynamics and feel these articulation things going on. Speed-wise, it says relax, but it's 132. Good luck with that. So approximately 132 in that area. 1, 2, 1. So about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Idea with sort of the, I don't want you copying me, and that's why I don't play these. I want you to read the music and get into it and make it yours. And that's really what I'm after here, but that's my impression of how this might go. I'd like to do it very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics, but I will do the articulation and all. And obviously there's no pedal because we got staccatos all over the place. So I'll give us 4 counts. Let's do it together very slowly. 1 and 2 and ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 3. 3. 3. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. 3. 3. 3. Rest. And 4 and 1 and 2.